So the Department of Housing and Urban Development is investigating San Francisco's affordable housing policies. San Francisco Chronicle is reporting that the probe will look into whether the policies violate laws that protect people from discrimination. So for more, we're joined now by Corey Smith, Deputy Director with the Bay Area Housing Action Coalition. Thank you so much for joining us, Corey.
Thanks for having me.
All right, so what exactly is the issue here? Why is HUD looking into the practices here in San Francisco?
Well, I mean, first and foremost, I think that there's still a lot of questions surrounding what exactly HUD is looking into. I know that a letter was submitted to the city of San Francisco that, as I understand, is not public yet. There's a number of different things I think the city could be doing to increase the amount of subsidized affordable housing we built in San Francisco. But what the federal government, what HUD is looking into, is still a little
still a little bit determined here. According to the Chronicle report, though, HUD is looking into whether what the city is doing is actually contributing to the housing crisis. Were we able to infer how that would be the case based on what HUD is looking into right now?
Yeah, I mean, so I think when you look at the federal government as a whole, first of all, President Trump does not have a great record when it comes to producing subsidized affordable housing. I mean, the tax cuts alone decimated the affordable housing industry's ability to raise money for subsidized affordable housing. So when we actually figure out what HUD is investigating specifically, I think that we can kind of dive into those. But there are three areas I know when we think about affordable housing that the city does not do well. Zoning, number one, you can't build affordable housing in roughly 2/3 of the city of San Francisco. It's not possible.
What are those areas zoned for now?
They're all single-family home, so you can build up to 4 stories, but only 1 or 2 units, which doesn't work for subsidized affordable housing.
Right, you need multifamily dwellings, is what you're saying.
Exactly.
Okay.
We need more money, a lot more money. We've got a bond, Prop A, which we encourage everybody to support. And then the process, it just takes way too long and it's way too expensive to build. And the mayor tried to put forward a charter amendment to streamline the process of approving subsidized affordable housing, but unfortunately the Board of Supervisors killed it.
So you're saying that the city right now is still not putting forth the best foot in terms of getting affordable housing built across the city?
No, I think that advocates on the ground in San Francisco understand that if the goal is to produce as much subsidized affordable housing as possible, there's a number of different things that we can be doing better.
Right now, when developers build multifamily dwellings, a certain portion of it has to be dedicated to affordable housing. How is that plan working right now in San Francisco?
These are all policy choices that the city makes, right? So in any new development over a certain number of units, it requires around 20% of the units to be below market rate subsidized affordable. And we obviously want to produce as much housing at all income levels is our goal as an organization. We firmly believe that if we were to be doing more to incentivize housing, to streamline that process, we could get more total housing.
How short would you say we are in terms of affordable housing in San Francisco right now?
I mean, in the city alone, tens, if not hundreds of thousands of homes are needed.
So is there anything that can be done right away to start minimizing that gap? Because that sounds like an arduous task that's going to take dozens of years.
Yeah, I mean, the reality is this is a 20-year fix for this. I think in the short term, again, voting on the housing bond, and then the board also, with the mayor, put forward a resolution that will rezone parcels across the city for 100% affordable housing.
And tell the viewers here about the bond issue that they can vote on and what that means and how it would actually work for them.
Yeah, so it's $600 million housing bond. It's Proposition A on the ballot for San Francisco voters. That money will then be utilized by the city and leveraged with federal tax credits to get a lot of subsidized affordable housing built. And as a personal preference, I hope some of that money goes to the Haight-Ashbury McDonald's site across the street from Golden Gate Park.
Much talked about site, about what should happen with that site over the last year or so. And talk about the plan that the mayor is pushing forward right now to rezone certain parcels across the city.
Yeah, well, as we mentioned earlier, it's illegal to build simply because of the zoning laws, multifamily subsidized affordable housing. So if this were to pass, it would rezone a number of sites across the city where it would, the phrase that we use is unlock opportunities to build 100% subsidized affordable housing. Because
right now, if those housing that's not getting built, I mean, that means the prices are going up for the people that want to still stay in San Francisco. So what do? They can reach out to their local supervisors to get them to support this idea? Yeah,
100%. And if you're looking for subsidized affordable housing in San Francisco, go to the website for the Mayor's Office of Housing and Community Development. That's where they run the program.
It has all the information listed on there. So we'll have to see what the HUD investigation eventually turns out here. But it's going to be a very interesting development, especially in an area where we still need more housing, and there's still so much to be done in the city of San Francisco.
Yeah, and we'd love to chat more once we know exactly what's going on.
Yeah, exactly. All right, Corey, thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me.